Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to another tarot deck collection review. So we're going to get into it. It's all decks from Radleigh Valentine. So in the back are the two new releases, the Angel Wisdom Tarot and the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. So I literally just got this deck last night and did a close-up review, and then people were coming in the comments asking if I had his other decks and they wanted to take a peek in that. And I said, great, I have a close-up review of every deck on my channel, but better than that, let me just combine it all into one big video. I also think all these decks are so great no matter what level you're at in tarot decks, tarot cards, tarot card readings. You could be a complete total beginner or you can be an expert. So just the overall why, and I'll put in the description box of why these are so great when you're a total beginner or an expert. Even when you're an expert, you can know tarot, but you just prefer having gentler images. The angels and archangels and fairies and angels have that gentler imagery, number one. And it's easy for other people to follow, I find too, which I really like, because then it's not like they see where it's going, and it also encourages them to use their own intuition. It's just really amazing in that fashion. All the decks are color coded, so all the major arcanas and all the suits, all the swords, cups, wands, pentacles, everything is color coded. The cards are color coded and all the keywords are right on the cards. I'm going to show you all that. Another great thing why it's so great, instead of just a little white booklet, you're going to get a sturdy box and an extensive guidebook in there that really goes into depth, expansive meaning. So not just the keywords on the cards and not just a little white booklet that you get in tarot decks, but you're going to get a big little mini paperback that gives an expansive meaning for the cards in each suit and cards, and you'll learn a lot, and there are even suggested spreads. But again, like no matter what, you could be a complete beginner, and very often I say to complete beginners, so you don't feel intimidated, find one of these decks that you gravitate to and just get familiar with the cards, because you've lived every card in the tarot. It's not that big a deal. Like, it just seems so insurmountable when you're looking at 78 cards. But if you start off with a deck that you resonate with, that the keywords are right on the cards, the biggest step is just getting started. And once you do and get familiar, once you know tarot, you can bring it to any tarot deck. So you can start with this and go to Rider-Waite-Smith and have a leg up in understanding the meanings. You can use any deck. It's just different imagery across tarot decks. That's all it is. You get just as great readings and messages no matter what deck you use. So I always say this is a great way to start. So getting into it. So the very first deck that came out was the Angel Tarot. Now, mind you, this is going to be re-released now with just Radleigh Valentine's name. This is a very old deck that I have. And this was a very big deal when it came out. It started my obsession with these kinds of decks. This was the first one. I believe this is the second one I got. Archangel Power Tarot. Fairy Tarot cards. That each one's gorgeous. Well, I'll show you some of the cards. Angel Wisdom just came out this year, earlier this year. Fabulous deck here. And the Guardian Angel Messages, like I said, I just got last night. So these two are the newest ones and these are the older ones. So let's get into it. Should I start with I'm going to go from the new to the old, because I know most people are familiar with these decks, so I'll get right into it. The new release, and there are close-up reviews of every single deck here, but the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot, this is a great deck, and the illustrations from Dan Craig are just really stunning, crisp, colorful, gorgeous deck. Like all the decks will come with this kind of size guidebook. That's what I'm talking about. It's not a little white booklet. This does not have pictures in it, just so you know. The newest deck does not have pictures, but you will get expansive meanings to the card, Four of Air. It will give you the angel message, which I really love, and the additional messages for every card in here. So you will really learn a lot, and you can use your intuition and get right into it. So these are the backs of the cards for this. It's not gilded. I don't believe the older, these three decks are gilded, but I'm not quite sure if the new releases are. These are older decks I have that are gilded, but make sure when you're buying them, see if they're gilded or not. Some of these decks are no longer being gilded. This is not gilded. This is not gilded. Okay, so not gilded, and it's all going to be color coded. They're not going to be in order because I've used them last night, but all the suits, major arcana, are purple. You're going to have fire is the wands, and I love that it's the elements. So also, besides the color coding, it's going to have the wands, and it's going to be attributed to fire, and here are the keywords right here. So you don't have to know anything. The pentacles is equated to earth, and here are the keywords, and that's green. So you go through here, the water is the cups, and you'll see the cups in the imagery, and it's gentler, more sensitive images. It will have the keywords right there. The swords are this indigo, beautiful blue. Seven of air, it's going to have the keywords right there. You're going to see the swords in the message, and there are angelic images in here, not like the Rider-Waite-Smith. If you're looking for a gentler deck, let me just show you some of the cards. But here we have Knight of Earth, beautiful, stunning, crisp imagery. Major Arcana of the Chariot. I love, it's so precious, this little angel on there, her expression on the chariot. Willpower, victory, recognition. So all color coded. Ace of Water. This, of course, with the guardian angel messages, there's a lot of angels in the cards, gentle images. The keywords are right there. You can use, like it says here, your intuition right away, or you can go into the guidebook for the expansive meanings. These are just very beautiful images. Knight of Air, even this card, negativity, worry, sleeplessness, color-coded, attributed to the elements of air. King of Water, I love that his hand is over his heart. Even in the review, I caught that. I love that. Compassionate, understanding, trustworthy. Use your intuition, or again, dive in deeper. Five of Water. I even like these so-called negative cards where you see the angel behind her consoling her. You're not alone. Disappointment, regret, forgiveness, and you'll be encouraged to move forward and pick yourself up. King of Fire. Again, like the elements, it's color-coded. The elements are there, King of Fire, so you know the element attributed, and the keywords are right there. So this is the newest Awakening. That's some of the major arcanas are renamed. This is called the Awakening. It's the Hangman. Pause, perspective, selflessness. Just to go, the Emperor. I love this Emperor. Organization, leadership, structure. Let's get some more. I love this card with the pentacles flying out at you. Six of Earth, charity, generosity, windfall. So these are just a couple of the cards, the newest release. If you want to see every card on the deck, the close-up review is right on my channel. I just posted it last night. But this is the newest release, and it comes with that terrific guidebook. You can dive in deeper. No pictures, but you'll get an angel message along with the expansive meaning to the card. The second most recent was the Angel Wisdom, which a lot of people were asking, do I have? Of course, I do. Illustrations. Oh, by Dan Craig also. Interesting. So he did the last two. I really love the artwork on this one. Again, you will get, oops, sorry about that. You will get that expansive paperback book. You go in here, no color pictures in here either, but again, you're going to get that expansive message. Archangel Raziel, so this is good angel wisdom, and you'll get additional meanings of this card. So you will get, that's the major arcana. Let's see what you get for Nine of Water. You're going to get the wisdom card. As you bring yourself fully into alignment with the law of attraction, your dreams begin to come true. Archangel Uriel brings epiphanies and life transition via the sun, which shines bright upon your future. Who doesn't want that? That's why I wanted to read it. So you're going to get the meaning of the card plus that little wisdom, angel wisdom. This is the new Angel Wisdom Tarot. If you want to see every card, you can go to the close-up review. But these are not gilded also, but I love, love, love the backs of these cards. I thought that was so cool to have all the major arcanas going around the world and the moon there. I love the backs of the cards. I thought that was brilliant, actually. I love, love. Here, the Dreamer. These are in order from the close-up review I did. Again, it's going to be actually color-coded again with those keywords right on the card to easily follow. I love the messages here. The Dreamer is the Fool. Some of the major arcana are renamed again. So here we have a new start. Trust yourself. Push your fears aside and take a leap of faith. I love these angel wisdom, the messages, the tone of the messages. So everything is very angelic toned, sensitive, color-coded. Whatever level you're at, you can use these right away. We have the Hermit. Yeah, time spent in peaceful meditation. Let's flip around. Transformation. See, some of the cards are not so negative like the Rider-Waite-Smith. Much easier to digest when it comes out in a reading for someone else to see how it's worded and the messages there. I love this. The World. How beautiful. Brilliant success. So we go into the Wands. Things are more contemporary. And the last two decks, Dan Craig, the illustrations are contemporary, modern, amazing opportunity. This, of course, is the Wands, and it's beautiful. So you have this here, it will say the number, and I love how it's depicted. You flip around a little bit. So here's the wands for the fire. You'll see the image here. Now we have the cups. It's like a different color as well with the keywords in here, contemporary images. And the color codes vary through the decks. So you notice that here it's not blue, it's more of a purple. So you can choose what I was gonna say too and put in the description because of the variety of what's color coded with keywords. As a beginner, back in the day, you only really had the Angel Tarot with this kind of format, but now there's so much variety. You can choose, like, what do you resonate? Do you resonate with the images? Do you resonate with the color coding or the tone of the messages or the keywords? It's things to think about, because the number one thing when you're choosing a deck, especially for the first time or all the time, you want it to resonate. You want it to feel like a shorthand when you're doing your readings. That's why very often on my channel, you see I use repetitive cards, because you just feel at one, it feels like almost like, you know, when you develop a rapport with someone, a shorthand when you talk, like if you're very close with them, you have a shorthand of how you speak. That's how it becomes with your decks. So definitely go, though people can suggest decks, definitely listen to what you gravitate to. Do you like the images? Do you like the keywords? Do you like the message? That kind of thing. These are, of course, are the pentacles in green, so that makes sense to me. But sometimes with decks, the color throws me off, the images throw me off. You do have to pay attention to your own resonance. Like, what do you really resonate with? I love this one. The Eight of Pentacles, hard at work here. Yeah, learning all you can about a subject. Okay, love these pentacle cards. Beautiful. Nine of Pentacles, yes. And here, you know, it gives you the full meaning here, so you can instantly pick this up and start using. This is the Angel Wisdom, the newest Angel Wisdom that came out earlier this year, a few months ago. So this was one that came out really recent, and the Guardian Angel Messages literally just came out. I had it on pre-order, so that's brand new. This is semi-new, and now we go back, okay? So let's get the Fairy Tarot. The Fairy Tarot, I resonate more personally with archangels and angels and things like that, but the Fairy Tarot was just so absolutely gorgeous. It felt like jewelry, that of course I had to get this one as well. And it will come with that guidebook that is like a little paperback, and see the size of this. And this does have, the older decks do have black and white pictures in it. Six of Summer, it's going to go by seasons, so that's something to pay attention to. You know, some of these went by the elements, some of them, you know, so you have to see what you resonate with. Six of Summer, it will give you the expansive meanings for every card. Some of the major arcanas are always renamed in all these decks to make it more for the sensitive, all levels, all ages. That's what I like about this deck. But look, this was silver gilded, so this just felt like absolute jewelry to me. I love decks that feel like jewelry. I love gold foil, any kind of foil or gilding. I have a whole deck collection review of Bring on the Gold. I put in every deck that has gold foil. I mean, foil, and I love gilded decks, which you don't really see that much anymore. But the colors on the backs of the cards just really drew me in. I don't know why this first card, see the white on the side? It came like that. Always bothered me. What card is this? King of Autumn. See how the white, I don't know what happened. Just something you notice, like the littlest things on your decks. But I love the blues and greens, the blues, the pinks, it almost reminds me of stained glass. You know, I love stained glass. And I just thought the backs of the cards were absolutely stunning. But see, now on this one, the King of Autumn, so this is of course the Pentacles, but it's attributed, the color, it's all color coded again, keywords right on the cards, but now these are attributed to the seasons, so you may resonate with that, may not. It will also give you the key adjectives to that card, which is great. That's also on Archangel Power Tarot also. They give you the description of the King of Autumn, and here it is. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Yes, a repeating message. These are major arcanas. Again, they're calling the Fool the Dreamer. I love that. Major arcanas here, the Empress. This is semi in order. I must have done a close-up review recently. Here are the reds for spring. Beautiful. I believe that's going to be, I would assume it's the Wands. I haven't used this in such a long time. Sorry for the background noise. Two of Summer, I assume, are the Cups. Falling in Love. Sorry for the construction. Four of Winter, I would assume that is the Swords. And we have, of course, Pentacles is the Autumn. And in these decks, you know, it's all, these are more fairies. So this is going to be more, it's almost foresty, fairies. Oh, I love that Queen of Autumn. All the images are they're very gentle. And so Yeah, here's the Hangman, Awakening. They renamed some of the major arcanas, just so you know, in all of the decks. But yeah, and this goes according to the seasons. So you have that as well. So it depends on what you naturally like and feels like secondhand to you. This, I love the silver gilding on here. It's just really stunning. And I love the backs of the cards. That's what I really loved about this Fairy Tarot. I didn't use it as much as the other decks for some reason. You'll see that you gravitate more to particular decks. The Archangel Power Tarot. Okay, I started with this Angel Tarot. Once I got the Archangel Power Tarot, I just always use this. If you're familiar with my channel, this is like the deck I always use. It is falling apart from the use, but I will not get a newer deck. This does look at this. It was gold gilding, but look at this gold gilding. It's many years old, so you can hardly see, but it was this beautiful gold gilding, and it does come with that guidebook. So again, like a little paperback, you go in, black and white pictures on these, Queen of Raphael. It's all attributed, the suits are attributed to archangels. There's a lot of angelic images in this deck, which is why, and I love the backs of the cards. I just felt free. I just love the backs of the cards, drew me in. I love everything, angels, butterflies, you know, this had it all, the sun, it was just gorgeous. Okay, so black and white pictures, but it's all with the attributed to the archangels. You're going to get the situations, the people, additional messages. So Six of Gabriel, I love how it's attributed to the archangels. I just immediately resonated with this deck. Love, love, love. And you can see from the condition it's in, and I use it all the time on the channel. I mean, I just use it all the time. I just love it. I get the images. I immediately resonated. Eight of Raphael, of course, that's the hearts. The cups, hearts, and you're being guided here. There's something better waiting for you. So this is green. This took me a little bit, green. Well, Raphael is attributed to green, but green with the hearts. Then major arcana is the purple, peace. I love, and here's the archangel up here, and you got the keywords right here. And I love how this is depicted. Release the past. There's something better coming, you know, let go and let God. Divine guidance for the Hierophant. I love that. Archangel Sandalphon. Yes, the search for meaning in life. I love this. So here we have the wands, of course, Queen of Gabriel, and I love the keywords right here, being passionate, radiant, independent. You can do anything right now. Keywords right here. You don't have to know tarot at all. Four of Michael, of course, recharge, rejuve. Four of Swords, ordinarily, you have Four of Michael. So I love that it's Raphael. I love that it's Michael in here. Two of Michael. I love Gabriel, Six of Gabriel. Of course, congratulations, you're doing a wonderful job. Always, there's angels here in the picture. And I love that because I resonated with that you're never doing anything alone. You have love, support, backing, guidance all along the way guiding you. So I love that in the images, there's always a lot of angels in this deck. Three of Ariel, which they were telling me is like the new major arcana of this time. We're all collaborating, getting things done. Okay, so justice, I love, these are the major arcanas. Change your life for the tower. So you're not getting people falling out of the tower. It's much more change your life, you know? So sudden revelation that offers freedom. The way that it's worded, the magician, you can manifest the life you want. Five of Ariel, even this card, Five of Pentacles, beautiful angel on here. You don't have to go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Three of Gabriel, of course, the wands. I'm spending a lot of time on this deck. You can see why I love it. Ten of Ariel, Pentacles, of course. Epiphany is the Hermit. Some of them are renamed. Ace of Raphael. So it's all the major, you know, all of attributed, instead of to seasons or elements, it's attributed to the archangels, and you have the keywords, messages right there. You can use your intuition right away. See, even here, there's a lot of angels in here. I think that's why I love it. Six of Michael, Six of Swords, going to smoother waters. Eight of Michael, set yourself free. The Star, look how beautiful. All right, I'll end it here. A dream come true, believe in yourself. The end of a difficult situation. So they're all color coded. Oh, look at this Empress. I love. Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded, you know. I love, love, love. I don't know why. The minute this just came out in the reading for the overall November weekly, Page of Ariel is coming in. Excellent opportunities are going to be offered to you. These are all the ones that came out. The Sun, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking. Inspiring success. Yes, yes, yes. Knight of Raphael. I just love new beginnings that came out. Starting a new life. It's just beautiful. I love that, you know, Queen of Michael, that it gives you the adjectives up here: brilliant, self-reliant. Is that what it says? Insightful, humorous. You know exactly what to do. Yeah, solutions. So I love that they're color-coded. The messages are right on here. For this Archangel Power Tarot cards, it's all attributed to the archangels, and I think that's why I just really resonated with it. And I love the backs of the cards. I'm one of those people that I really love backs of the cards. I think it's because what we're looking at while we're working with the deck, but if I love the backs of the cards, I love the backs of the cards. I love that it's according to Archangel. And ever since I got that deck, I just really used it a lot. The very first deck that they ever came out with, and it still has Doreen Virtue's name on, but it won't anymore, Radleigh Valentine, the Angel Tarot cards. When this came out many years ago, that was a big deal. It was like the first tarot deck to come out with gentler images, color-coded, with keywords right on the cards. It was the deck I started off with. I mean, I did start off with another kind of tarot deck, but then when this came off, it just was like a rocket ship into, because honestly, I resonate more with angels, archangels, spirit, that more than just the classic Rider-Waite-Smith images. Though I do read Rider-Waite-Smith now, of course, but I prefer, I don't know, the imagery of angels. You know, and that's where I come from. That's where I resonate with. So that there are decks that have angels on it, I just fully, wholeheartedly went into Tarot and Oracle after that. It just, now it was in my vein. You know, I don't know how to explain it. So it catapulted it. So Angel Tarot cards, of course, this is not going to be here. And this does have color pictures in here. And it is with the elements. So it goes back to being of the elements. And you will get, you know, full explanation and everything else. Very angelic cards. This is all about the angels, and it was the first deck to come out that was for sensitive people, right? For those that don't like the typical tower, death, devil, I love that it was translated that way. It really opened the door, right? There's many ways to read the tarot. Now you can appreciate so much more, you know, tarot across the board with all tarot decks. That's why I collect so many. Is it's so interesting how each card can be depicted. This one came silver gilding. It was like jewelry when I first got it. It was like, oh my gosh. These are the backs of the cards. And here, again, it is color-coded, and it is back to the elements. 9 of Fire for the Wands. Here we have Don't Give Up, all of that. So these are here. The description of the court cards will be up top with a message right here. You don't have to know tarot at all. If you're an expert, you can use these for the imagery for other people to follow along, or it's good for sensitive people. Gentler images, more angelic, and they can follow along. I love that this is Archangel Michael, even attributed here. And what does it say? Job well done. Yeah, beautiful. This is Major Arcana, of course, Unity. Some of the Major Arcanas are always renamed across those decks. But you'll have right here, you can get the message and use your intuition depending on how the cards come out and get started right away. And that's why I always recommend, like when people, I have friends who are just so intimidated by the tarot, or it's so archaic, like what they think and feel about the tarot. And I'm like, you're divinely connected right now, even without cards. You know, this is nothing to fear. If you just get a deck that you like, that you resonate with the images and the messages, it's so beautiful what it adds and brings to your life. And it amplifies your connection already. You know, whatever you use, I always say with card reading, is what you use every day to navigate life. And another thing, every card in the tarot, you've lived. So once you sit, like sometimes I just tell people, just sit with the guidebook and read the guidebook and look at the card. You've lived every card in the tarot. So it's like once you realize that and get over the hurdle of any intimidation whatsoever, or any fears, doubts, it's so magical. It's so you just get started and you just go off on your own journey. Just as the 9 of Fire comes on, you are just lit up going on your own journey, following on that, and it just takes you places within yourself and connecting, and it adds so much to your everyday life. You know, it's not just sitting down for a card reading. It's you use what you use at this all the time. You're using your clairs and you're getting guided, and but these cards are so angelic, and it was the first deck to ever come out, and easy to follow along. The majors, everything is attributed to an archangel on the majors, and this is to the elements. So that's something to pay attention to, whether you like the images itself, how you like the color coded. Sometimes I like the color codes in here. Sometimes color coding throws me off if I don't intuitively feel that that should be the color. It's so funny. But, you know, 3 of Fire makes sense. It's red. But on some decks, Strength. I love the Strength card. Who doesn't? Yes, great inner strength. Release harsh judgments. Forgiveness, compassion. Everything's very angelic and color-coded. So very easy to pick up these decks and use whatever decks that you resonate with. And let's end it with the Star, shall we? I love this. This is on the cover of the actual box itself. Love it, love it, love it. Archangel Jophiel, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans, on the right path. Beautiful way to end this, right? On the right path. So these were the angel cards, the angel tarot cards, the very first ones that came out that had that silver gilding, and that was the backs of the cards. This was a very big deal. There were like classes given, and there was like a whole thing about this. I mean, this was the very first one to come out to make it very gentle, keywords, color-coded. So whatever level you're at, if you're a total beginner, you don't even need to know tarot because everything's right there for you. If you're an expert, you may prefer to use gentler images, angelic images. Yeah, they're just great on any level, and it's very easy to follow. I just love all these decks. I think it's great and brilliant, and I love that it opens the door for people who are hesitant when they see, you know, Rider-Waite-Smith decks, or they see like the Tower of the Devil, you know, and the Death, and they misinterpret it. It's beautiful tone, right? It's a beautiful tone, and I love the themes of angels and archangels. So whichever one, but these two in the back are the ones that just released. This one I just got last night. This one came out a couple of months ago, the Angel Wisdom. So these are the most recent. These are the older ones. And I just wanted to put it all in one video for all that were asking about them. The only one I don't have, there's an older Guardian Angel tarot that I never actually got. I don't think I resonated with the artwork at the time. I mean, we're talking about it over a decade ago. That's the only one I don't have, but these are the 5 that I do. All Radleigh Valentine decks. Again, this will not have her. Radleigh Valentine decks. And yeah, Angel Tarot, Archangel Power Tarot cards, Fairy Tarot, Angel Wisdom, Guardian Angel Messages Tarot, and whatever one that you are gravitating to, you can't go wrong. Okay, wish you the best, and whatever level. So if you're a complete beginner or an expert, they're all good. Okay, and you get great messages and great readings. I can definitely testify to that for like 20 years, more, 30? No, I don't want to age myself. But many, many years they work. You get just as great messages and a great reading with this deck as you would with any other deck. I just want to say that as well. And so whatever decks, enjoy the journey of learning tarot, and just really, yeah, and you know, you'll see from my from all my videos, I mean, once you start, it's like you just keep going and collecting almost. It just takes you. I mean, I have so many decks now, close-up reviews on my channel of many different kinds of decks, because like I said before, once you know the tarot, you can buy any tarot deck. It's just each card is represented in a different way, and that's where the obsession begins, because it's so interesting how different cards, how they can be depicted. And no matter what someone suggests, like I do all these reviews and show you all the cards inside, mainly because back in the day when I was buying decks, there was no such thing. There wasn't even internet. You had to buy the deck in the plastic and not know until you got home. And I think it's really important to buy decks that you instantly resonate with, to see the inside, to see the images and the tone and the keywords, because that's, like I said, you want to develop a rapport with your decks, like almost out of the gate, and it will become a shorthand, and you'll only expand and grow from there. And it's just such a beautiful thing that if you can find the right deck from the get-go and just get started, that's just how it goes. And then it will just take off, and you'll find decks that you resonate with, no matter what somebody suggests, to go with what you resonate with. Okay, so I wish you the best on your journey, and enjoy your decks. Take care. Bye-bye.